Hello friends, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the videos. Thank you for your support. Hummer returns with a 1000 HP convertible pickup that challenges perceptions of EVs, for better or worse. The thing to keep in mind about the 2022 GMC Hummer EV is that this is all intentional. Yes, GM's first electric pickup is a 1000 HP Hummer that looks one step removed from Monster Jam. And that is a very deliberate strategy to change the conversation around EVs. If you bought a first-generation Nissan Leaf and think the Hummer EV is dumb, well, of course it is. It's not for you. It's for people who drive lifted 1-ton Duramax duallies and think electric cars have 50 horsepower and are made of kelp. If the Hummer EV attains sentience, the first thing it would do is smash through your fence to ask if you've got a spare Monster Energy decal. When you give the Hummer EV full throttle, the ass end squats and the steering goes light as damn near 5 tons of truck does its best cigarette boat impression, prompting involuntary profanity. It seats 5. Which it would describe as 2.5 insane clown posses. Along with all else, we're quite sure this represents the first pairing of 35-inch tires with blue-tinted T-tops. We suspect GM started with a mood board that featured top fuel dragsters, double-necked electric guitars, and the cast of Duck Dynasty. The Hummer EV is an exotic, the same way a McLaren or a Ferrari is. Even if our Edition 1 test truck wore a price tag that's more exotic adjacent, $118,039. GM recently raised prices by $6,650 on other trims. Its performance numbers are as silly as the dual spare tires that consumed most of the bed space and made glances in the rearview mirror a fraught exercise. Is that the nose gear of a mid-size commuter jet that's landing on my truck? Each one of those wheel and tire assemblies weighs 100 pounds, so if you get a flat, be sure to call Hafthor Bjornsson for roadside assistance. Although the Hummer, at 9,640 pounds, is surely the heaviest pickup we've ever tested, it's also one of the quickest, hitting 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds and clearing the quarter mile in 11.9 seconds at 106 miles per hour. That 60 mph time is accomplished using watts to freedom, WTF, launch mode, which requires 2 taps of the stability control button and a confirmation on the steering wheel, after which the truck lowers its suspension and readies its cooling system. Thus the 5 to 60 mph time of 4.9 seconds is more representative of real-world power delivery, where the Hummer doesn't seem to unleash its full 1000 horsepower and 1200 pound-feet of torque until you're well on your way. There's a swell to the acceleration, like a huge internal combustion engine climbing into the power band. Drag strip savants will note that an 11.9 second elapsed time would imply a higher trap speed, and that's true. At 1008 feet, the Hummer hits its speed limiter. The rest of the run it's effectively on cruise control, which is probably for the best. Because reining in 5 tons of GMC might require an assist from a runaway truck ramp, the Mondo EV's 70 mph stopping distance, 211 feet, is on the long end even for a heavy-duty truck, and stopping from 100 miles per hour requires 504 feet. Testers noted heavy brake fade, so think twice before entering your Hummer EV in our next lighting lap event. At least we can say that a significant proportion of the Hummer's weight is accounted for by its huge, 212.7 kWh battery, which afforded it 290 miles of range on our 75 mph highway test. As for handling, let's say it requires some acclimation. The Hummer EV is most wieldy at low speeds, where its counter-steering rear end affords it unlikely agility, if not grace. Its 37.1-foot turning circle is a boon in parking lots, once you get used to the rear end of the truck swinging around to help the cause. At speed, though, its 4-wheel steer mode imparts a rhino on rollerblade sensation. like you're helming one of those fire trucks that has a separate driver for the rear end. And that driver is Bubbles the chimpanzee after downing a case of Mountain Dew. Fortunately, it's easy to select two-wheel steer, and that seems to calm things down. But this isn't like a Porsche with four-wheel steering, where the assistance is transparent. No, you're definitely aware of the system at work, and so are onlookers, who might notice the Hummer EV casually ripping up asphalt as it makes a tight U-turn. GMC will get around to building more reasonable electric trucks, sure, but for now this is a billboard pointed straight at the trucks gone wild crowd, inviting all of them to get on board with the EV revolution.